Hi everyone, this is my Necromancer Minion Mage build guide walkthrough video this Season 7. This is a build that focuses on letting our mages to deal the damage for us. I am going to discuss the mechanics, key items, aspects, skills and utility, gameplay loop, occult gems and witch powers. Let's start with the mechanics. We are using the Grow Witch power to give our minions a big multiplier damage and 100% crit chance after casting an ultimate skill. Therefore, reducing the ultimate skill cooldown is important to sustain this buff. We are also using the unique Ring of Menden to give a huge additional damage on every 6th attack of our minions. Next is key items, aspects, skills, and utility. For key items and aspects, we are using the Ring of Menden to give our minions a big explosive damage on their 6th attack. That is why attack speed is important in this build, because we need our minions to reach their 6th attack as quickly as possible. But their total attack speed stat is capped at 100%. Their total attack speed stat will come from our own attack speed, summon attack speed, affixes, paragon board, and from Kalon's Edict key passive. Thus, reaching 100% attack speed will get the maximum buff of the Cult Leader Legendary Node multiplier damage. The explosion damage of the Ring of Menden will also scale with our minion damage and crit damage. The explosion damage value on the ring is important, and this is the priority if you are farming this ring, as it will outperform the ring's affixes. Another key note is that the Minion Augment Temper affix, chance for Skeletal Mage attack to cast twice, will not considered and counted as an attack by the Ring of Menden, because the cast is referred to the projectile that is being thrown by the mages. The movement of the mage's hand is the attack action that is being counted. But we can increase the minion attack speed stat beyond the 100% by adding the aspect called Frenzied Dead. This attack speed bonus will add beyond the 100% cap because somehow the game considered this aspect as a temporary buff and allows it to add beyond the stats cap speed. I have also tested the Ratmos Chosen and Accelerating aspect. These buffs, even though they can also add beyond 100% of our own attack speed, somehow they are still being capped at 100%. It seems that the further additional attack speed should be a minion specific attack speed buff. We will lose DPS if we add more speed by placing this on amulet or two-hand weapons. The 54% max tier is enough. We are also using Blood Moon Breaches unique pants for Hellbent Commander ranks and increase in crit damage on cursed enemies. For the skills and utility, we use Corpse Tendrils to help on grouping the monsters and providing blood orbs to get the Blood Begets Blood buff, and activating the Grasping Veins aspect for crit damage increase. We are also using ultimate skill Soul Rift to provide us essence, barrier, multiplier damage, and applying vulnerable to enemies. We are using the Skeleton Warrior Reaper's first upgrade to help on reducing the cooldown of our ultimate, in order to cast it within 8 to 10 seconds to sustain the buff of Finality passive and our Grow Witch power. We only cast the Raise Skeleton skill to activate the Flesh Eater buff and providing increased damage to our minions. We are using Blight to provide increased damage from Supernatural Blight and Corpse Production from Hewed Flesh passive through Lucky Hit. We can sustain the essence cost through Soul Rift. We are also getting the increased damage from Reaper's Pursuit since we can equip up to 4 darkness skill on our skill bar. For the runes, we are using Zek with Nagu to help on reducing the cooldown of Soul Rift, and Wat with Seer to help on clearing trash monsters and killing elites on pit pushing, and this is our means to cast a curse on our enemies to get the buff from Blood Moon Breaches and our amplified damage passive skill. Upon testing, there is no difference with reducing the cooldown of the Soul Rift during single target combat, with or without casting the Abhorrent Decrepify. It is more ideal to just drop the curse and add one more darkness skill for the multiplier on our skill bar. For the mythic setup, you will need the Era of Perdition and Grandfather. For the elixirs and incenses, I'm using Elixir of Fortitude, Redamine Buzz, Sage Whisper, and Soothing Spices. For the gameplay loop, always have Soul Rift active, cast the Blight first to produce the first corpse, then Tendrils to pull the monsters, then keep spamming the Blight for a couple more seconds, then cast the Raise Skeleton skill. then pick up the blood orbs whenever you have the chance. Don't overspam the raised skeleton as you will only need this for the minion buff and flesh eater. Blight is needed to be spammed, and always keep an eye on the soul rift to ensure that it is always active at all times. Watch out for the crowd control effects of monsters like Frozen, Stun, and Fear, and elite affix called Suppressor, as this will be a struggle for our skeletal minions to maintain their attack because they don't have any means to be unstoppable like the golem. During boss fight, pay attention to the type of boss you are fighting with. Relocate yourself to reposition your minions, as most of the time they will reprioritize other enemies and not on the boss because they have their own AI. Next, Occult Gems and Witch Powers. For the Occult Gems, we are using Friend of the Bug, Toadling Swish, and Pointed Finger. For the Witch Powers, Doom Orb, Hex of Whisper, Aura of Siphoning, Grow, Aura of Specialization, and Breath of the Coven. For Breath of the Coven, we are only taking advantage of its 2 stacks of attack speed, not the Witch Power bonus, since there is no room to equip a Psyche. This build is very efficient on fast farming, open world activities, and especially on Infernal Hordes. For these activities, you can replace the Grasping Veins aspect with Void to assist on pulling the enemies together when casting Blight, and replacing Doom Orb with Piranhero. Further details on the items, affixes, and rest of the aspects required, Book of the Dead, Mercenary, Skill Tree, and Paragon board can be accessed on the link on the description box below. For any questions, feedback, and suggestions, feel free to post on the comment section below. If you like this video, how about subscribing on my channel and click the notification bell so that you'll be updated on my next videos. You can also visit my Twitch channel. When I play the game, you can have a chat with me and enjoy the journey of my builds and my fun gameplay when I go live. Maybe I could earn your follow. Hope you enjoyed this build. Thank you very much for watching. See you on my next video and have a good one. Bye!